I was there at the wire. I am the violin. I remember the barbed wire before he touched it. I remember the cold that bit deeper than steel. My strings shivered with him, for I felt the fear in his bones long before the gods barked their orders. I whispered to him in the dark, "Hold on, hold on, I am here." I remember the starvation. I remember the hunger, not the kind that aches, but the kind that steals the soul. My notes grew thin, like his body, like hope stretched to breaking. Every time he prayed, I trembled with him, because I too feared there would be no tomorrow. I remember the quarry. I remember the quarry, the stones that tore his hands, the weight that bent his back, the cruelty that bent nothing in him. My bow dragged heavy, like the rocks he carried. I cried out in sound when he could not cry out in words. I remember the death march. I remember the march, the frozen road, the bodies falling like broken branches. I remember the silence that followed each gunshot. My strings shook with every step he took, because I knew one slip, one stumble, and I would never play again. The betrayal. I remember the priest, the one who should have been a shepherd but became a wolf. I remember the wound that betrayal carved, deeper than hunger, deeper than cold. My notes turned bitter that day, not with hatred, but with the sorrow of a faith stabbed from behind. I remember the torture. I remember the 3.5 years of torment, of blows, of nights where even the stars seemed to look away. I remember the inhumanity, man against man, darkness against light. My voice cracked, but I did not break, because he did not break. I remember Christ. Christ walking beside him, not in visions, not in miracles, but in the quiet strength that kept him alive. When everything else died, I felt Christ in the way. His heart refused to surrender. I felt Christ in the way. His soul whispered, "Lord, stay with me." I remember liberation. I remember the day the gates opened, May 5, 1945. I remember the sunlight that felt like a resurrection. My strings burst into a cry that was half joy, half grief, all freedom. I remember the moment he realized he would live. I remember heaven. And I remember the day he left his eyes. I did not weep, I sang, because I knew he was not dying. He was going home. He had already spent his time in hell. He had earned his place in heaven. I am the violin. I remember everything, and as long as I sing, so will the world.